All right, YouTube family and the Genesis Vortex lovers out there, or the other type of models that they make. This is the 3718VXL. It's a brand new 2023. We actually got it in like November and haven't used it. It's what, February, I don't know, 19th, 18, 19, 20, something like that. President's Day is tomorrow, Monday, but we're getting ready for the spring season. So we're cleaning it out, had some dust in there, of course, it's been sitting for a couple months, but I wanted to tell you guys about the propane. So when I bought this from Epic RV, they said that, I believe, I'm gonna go look, they said that it was full propane tanks. And so if that is true, I'm gonna go back and look at some of their listings and see what they say. But I figured what I would do is, for those that are thinking about buying from Epic, that I'm gonna go ahead and take these off. I'm gonna weigh them on my scale, and I'm gonna put a piece of tape on there, some painter's tape, and what their weight is. Then I'm gonna go get them filled. I'm gonna see what the difference is, just so you guys know, because you know, when you buy from I bought this sight unseen, and I know Jim Tuck, he's pretty responsive, people like him. You know, I had a little bit of a heartache trying to just negotiate, and timeline wise with some of the salesmen. Some were good, some kind of like delayed a little bit. I know that they kind of have their own personal lives, but you know, when someone's trying to buy something, I was like, you know, pass the buck off. Just because the guy's off on his vacation day or off day doesn't mean you like leave me hanging. So, you know, I just want you guys to kind of be aware of the process, and at least the propane, because I think they said they give you like a quarter tank or half tank of gas, and then either half or full tanks. So we'll just see where they are now and how much I got to fill them up. All right, guys, got the propane tanks cleaned up, and we're gonna weigh them right now. So a full 30-pound tank should weigh 55 pounds. Put this on here without breaking it. Let's see what they got here. It's gonna be upside down for you guys probably. So 51.4, all right. Okay, that's not bad. Now, full disclosure that the, let's see if it'll change here. The propane tanks were actually on. I didn't check them. I thought they just had them off when they shipped it, but I guess they left it on. This one's 52.4 pounds, but I'm not saying that I have a leak or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, if they didn't tighten these all the way, maybe there was a little bit of a purge. Yeah, so I think what I'm gonna do is I am gonna go try and get them maxed out to see. I think they say, this thing says that the overflow protection device or overfill prevention device will only operate if the cylinder is overfilled greater than 80% level. Do not attempt to calibrate or tamper. So I don't even know if I go try and fill these up. I'm not even sure I will get them filled up, but I like any more that is. So let's actually go see what these things will take, and then, oh, hold on, Brooks. All right, guys, so let's see what we got here. Let's see. The temperature right now is about 42 degrees out, so it's gone up 6 degrees. We are now at 61.5 pounds on this one. Now, I'm not a fluid dynamics dude, but it was 36 degrees out. I think the weight of the liquid itself shouldn't change much, right? Depending upon the weather. It's just the pressure, I guess. If you have a little bit less pressure, if it's colder versus if it's hotter out, you'll have more pressure, I believe. I could be wrong, so if I am wrong, go ahead and let me know in the comments. But yeah, so 61.5. Let me mark that down and we'll weigh the other one. All right, let's see what the other one took here. Got the scale zeroed out. And this one is, let's see there if you guys can see it. 54.8. 54.8. And that one didn't take too much. So it took 2.6 pounds, well, of weight. I don't know how many gallons. Actually, I do know how many gallons that was. 2.1 gallons. This one took 2.6 gallons right here. And that one took 2.1. So let me see here. We got, what is it? 55. What was it? Oh, I forgot what the, hold on. See what it was here. 54.8. 54.8. Yep. All right. So I got 54.8 4.8 or 2.1 gallons. 2.1 gallons. And this is at 42 degrees out. So just trying to keep some data points for the future, because I'm going to try and track, I'm basically going to track our usage per trip, so that way I can, with the heater, that way I can get a really good understanding of how long these things will last, you know, each season before I have to fill them up. So yeah, let's go put them inside the trailer. Okay, and so I did clean up these tanks, and I also went in here and I cleaned up the tray that the tanks rest in. I cleaned everything, well, not everything, but I mean, I wiped down this whole area just to get the surface dust off of it. And then I'm gonna put the tanks in. So I'll show you that real quick. Once I put the tanks in, I'm gonna turn on the propane, go purge the line at the stove and light the stove. And then once that's good to go, I'm gonna try and check the fridge and see if the heater will kick on. Let's see what happens here, if I can do it. I know sometimes it's kind of a pain in the ass to purge the lines and get everything going, but I wanna see if the fridge will actually light and get cold overnight. All right, let's go ahead and turn these on. Okay. Do a little test, a little sniff test. Whoops, it's probably good to spray some soapy water on here too, to make sure that everything's copacetic. Turn that on there. Whoops, turn the valve down, so that should be good. Let's go ahead and turn the stove on. Hi. Get the lighter in here somewhere? Okay. Okay. The heel? Middle drawer pull out. Not that one. Utensil drawer? I don't know. Let's turn this up. Put that there. And then, oh, it has a lighter. Okay, so I can hear the air. Turn them all on. That's the oven. We'll do that too. But, oh yeah, look at that bad boy. That's pretty quick. Real quick. So low. All right. So we got gas flowing. So now I'm going to do the fridge. I have to go figure out how to do the pilot real quick. But, I mean, that was pretty quick to see how fast they purged out. So turn that off. Turn that one off. And turn that off. All right, so unless you're a brontosaurus or something, you're never going to see back there behind these tank fittings. So what I do is I just get the spray bottle and I try and come back over here and I try and spray all over it. I've already done this once before I got the camera out. So just trying to show you guys. It's kind of hard to do this all at once, but there's soap in here. It's just like Dawn dish soap and water. And then spraying all these fittings. And there we go. So then what I do is I have my little mirror, so I can basically try to see if there's anything back here, any bubbles or anything, which is really pretty difficult to even see if I even got any, you know, spray in there to begin with. You can kind of see it there. Come on there, phone. No, I don't want that. I want that. There you go. You guys probably can't see it. Yeah, so I'm gonna look with my light here, not really paying attention to the camera so much. I'm just looking inside there to make sure that there's no leaks. And same thing over here on this side. I don't see any bubbles or anything. Oh, let's see. See any bubbles? Not really that wet, so let me spray some more. But, you know, this is something you got to do, obviously, whenever you're doing propane, because you don't want to blow up. Even though these things have the holes on them, holes down here on the bottom for the propane to basically purge down and leave the trailer, because propane's heavier than air. So you should be good there. Anyway, I'm gonna put this phone down because it's really hard to do this. I don't have my tripod right now, so I'm just gonna keep spraying, and that's it, guys. I mean, that's all you gotta do. Make sure there's no bubbles coming from, you know, fittings anywhere here. Oh, it's so cold, it's already freezing. But yeah, make sure there's no leaks, and you should be good to go. I'm just trying to deal with my fridge turning on right now, so that's all I'm really concerned about, because it's not turning on. Stove works, but the fridge don't. Not on LP or battery, which is kind of weird. So another problem to deal with. I think that's going to conclude my propane, my initial assessment, basically. So I would say that, you know, I put in it was 2.6 gallons altogether. Well, that's what he charged me. The weight difference, you guys should know from adding that up from whatever I just said. I already forgot because I got CRS, can't remember. So anywho, I think Epic RV, for the most part, they didn't do me wrong. They were pretty full, and so I'll take that to the bank, right? At least for this one. What else did I have an issue with when I got this thing, besides damaged upper crown molding because they didn't lock the TV? Well, I'm still waiting 3 months later to get that repair piece. I've been in communication with Jim Tuck, and they're supposed to send it out from Genesis, but I'm still waiting. So come on, Jim, hook a brother up. All right, guys, thanks. This is Kyle, and we'll report back in a couple months after we've been out camping and see how much propane we're actually using, and let you guys know, because I'm sure you're probably interested. I got a family of 4, by the way. Probably going to also have my friend, his wife, and their 14-year-old camping with us a couple times, so that will have an impact on how much propane we use. And obviously, as the weather warms up, we won't be using the heater as much, so there's a lot of variables, but try and keep you guys abreast of all those details, so that way we can all together have some good assumptions about the entire propane system and process when you buy it from Epic RV, or maybe even another dealership, and kind of what to expect. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'm Kyle, DIY Semi-Pro.